Hi, I am Andi the Knittress, and this is my channel on the internet where I like to talk about yarn. Today is some day in August. I think it's the 8th. It is a Tuesday, and this is episode 51. You can find me on the internet as Andi the Knittress most places, as well as TheKnottyKnittress and my website, TheKnottyKnittress.com. I am having iced coffee today in a lovely tumbler by Native Rose Designs. They are a maker of things that I run into frequently at some of my markets. This is the Magic Mirror from Snow White, which happens to be one of my favorite Disney movies, just FYI. I have an FO. I have finished my Recalibrate top by Shana Cohen, or Shana Line Designs, and it is knit up in pretty twisted BFL base, her old indoor base. I don't know that she carries this anymore. Also, the Bear color that I got is the same base that I got from Laura of Always Be Kind Yarn. I absolutely love this top. I will have a picture in here of me in it. I did modify it a little bit. I didn't do the ribbing, or the garter rather, on the bottom of the sweater. I just went ahead and did the I-cord bind off to give it a cropped shape. I really love the way it fits. It's super comfortable. I feel very cute in it, and it's great colors. And so now I have two Beetlejuice themed sweaters, and that makes me super happy. I got this pattern, I think Aquila from a Lefty Knitter podcast gifted me this pattern last year, and this is a last year whip. So that brings my Clear Our Whips total down to 17, I think. So that's exciting. If you have any whips that are old from last year or prior to 2023, you can enter them. Not very many people are continuing to use that hashtag. So I think I only have like 2 entries for this next quarter for a giveaway. So yeah, if you have any old whips and you happen to finish them, make sure you use the hashtag ClearOurWhips2023, and then you could be eligible to win a prize. So I have another FO, which brings my total down to 16. It is the sweater vest that I put together by me. There's no pattern. I made a bunch of panels on my circular sock machine, mattress stitched them together, picked up along the edges, and did some ribbing by hand. And I have this awesome sweater vest for my husband that happens to also fit me. Yeah, and it is knit up in Blazing Fibers. All of this yarn, Bobby has a pair of socks in, so I put all of the scraps together and made him an awesome sweater vest, and he really does like it, and we can't wait for it to get a little colder so that he can wear it. Blazing Fibers is one of his, what is the word I'm looking for? Oh my god, inspirations when it comes to dyeing. Like, these colors are just extremely even the entire way through. Like, sometimes when you get hand-dyed yarn, it is not the same on all aspects of the skein. So sometimes it's a little heavier on one end with a color than the other, but these colors have been pretty even throughout. So he just is really inspired by their colorways, the color names. Yeah, so I will have a picture in here of him in it. He was going to be on the podcast today, but unfortunately with our schedule, we are extremely busy, and having time for the both of us to be in the same room for a length of time for me to film, as well as, you know, have it quiet and not have the kids all about, that's a little difficult, especially in the summertime. I will get him on here eventually. He did want to be on here today, but it just wasn't possible. He is off hiking in the woods with his friend for his birthday, or not his birthday, his friend's birthday. And they usually go camping, but that couldn't happen this year, so they're just having a little hiking excursion today. It was the only day it could work out for them. Today was the only day I could film. Sorry, not sorry. It's my show. I do what I want. All right. I have another FO, which are these cute socks that I made. I love this yarn. This is JaWoll Socks, S-O-X-X. And I just love the way that it pulls up. It was giving me very BeetleJuice vibes. So I went ahead and added a mini because I didn't have much left of this. This was scraps left over from making a pair of socks for the shop. And so I added some fun yarn. I do believe that this skein came from Chevis. I got in my Christmas box the little mini that she gave me. So I popped that in here for the heels and the roll top. You gotta be down in it this way.
Everything's backwards.
There's the man, the myth, the legend, in his sweater. He forgot something on his way to his hiking trip that I was just talking about. And I made him pop on the sweater real quick just so he can show it off. So do a little twirl, go over a little bit towards the other way, honey. Yeah, there you go. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
He's such a weirdo. All right, he is off on his way to go hike with his friend for her birthday. So, yeah. Okay. Interruptions galore. So I did run out of this yarn here. This is kind of blowing out a little bit. I'm directly under our lighting. I'm forever changing the way our house is. Rambly stuff. Anyway, so the lighting's weird. Everything's blown out. Blah, blah, blah. So I did run out of this for the heel on this one, but it's okay that because I added that in for the roll top and the heel, I did not run out of this yarn, which was the important part. I just really love the way that yarn pulls up. It's just really cool. Again, that is JaWoll by Lang, and it's the S-O-X-X, JaWoll Socks. So I haven't made myself a pair of socks. It feels like forever, but that's probably not the case. But anyway, I did. I just love the way that heel goes with this. It's just, it makes me happy. Let's see.
Can I? No. No, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do either. Nor is that. Anyway,
Just doing weird screen grab pictures. So that is all of the FOs I have for myself. I did finish a few things for the shop, but I can talk about those in a minute. So let's go on to whips. All right. I have been working on my Twists and Turns by Stephen West. It was a last year's mystery knit along, and I know everybody has their opinions about that, as well as me. I have my own opinion. Do I love last year's shawl design? Not really. Would I pick that shawl out to knit on its own? Probably not. Will I still join in the mystery knit along this year? Most definitely. Will I finish this shawl? Yeah, I will, but I'm gonna alter it, as I have talked about before. Because it's my knitting, I do what I want. So I have it all clipped up because it gets kind of tangly sometimes, because you know that I like to put the markers in for every day, and so sometimes they get tangled in the yarn. So this is what I have so far. I have finished with the belt straps, the apron straps, whatever you guys want to call them. And then I picked up this panel, I think it's the right side panel, and I added that Malabrigo yarn in there, and I am extremely happy with how this has turned out. And I am just cruising along onto this side, finishing that up. And now I do plan, when I am done with these sections here, these wingtips, I'm going to then pick up along the bottom, even out the chevron section here, and I'm going to end this like the shawlography, where you have those colored garter stitch. They're like color blocks of all of the colors in here. So I'm gonna pick up probably in the black, even it out, and then I will do little stripes along the edge. Maybe the orange, but maybe the orange. I'll probably pick up in the orange just so that I can make sure that I have enough of the black to help to finish the bind off, because I have an entire skein left of the orange, and then some. And the orange is let's see, Calming Circle was the purple. I'll Have Your Guts for Garters was the green. And what did we name the orange? I don't remember. I will put it in here. But those are all here in colors Dyeworks, and then the black is Gothic by Malabrigo, and these are all a single ply yarn, and I am really excited to be getting close to done with this. I am hoping that this will block out a little deeper than it is, because I am not happy with the shallow length, but I also don't want to add a whole bunch more to make it deeper. I want this to be done and off the needles, ideally before the next mystery knit along, but if not, I'm not putting any pressures on myself. But it does happen to be the one that I keep gravitating towards, the whip that I pick up, because right now that I'm done those straps, it's really just all garter stitch and stockinette. This section here, it goes back and forth between stockinette and garter, and it's just easy knitting. I don't have to think too much, so there's just a little decrease on the one side. Let me put my fancy little hair clip to hold this. It's nice because this hair clip can go right through the yarn without messing it up, and it holds everything together, and so that when I'm knitting I don't have this whole tangly mess. That's the one downside I find about modular knitting is sometimes the other parts get in the way while you're, you know, picking up and knitting in different directions. It's fun because I feel like it breaks the pattern down into sections that are easily achievable, but it tends to sometimes get in its way when you have modular bits. So yeah, again, that is the Twist and Turns Shawl by Stephen West. And I have decided that I'm going to, from here on out, because I started last year, it was the 13th year, and from here on out I am going to knit all of the mystery knit-alongs in Halloween colors, because one, I do what I want, two, they're my favorite color combinations, and three, it's in October every year. So yes, so I'm excited to see. I know that's coming up soon. Here in September is when he usually releases what colors for it, and so then I'll have Bobby get in the dye room, the dye studio, which is our laundry room, and dye up some yarn for that. This year I don't think I'm gonna do single ply though. I don't really want to use single ply again. It is very soft, but I don't love it. So the other whip that I have been working on, oh, I forgot I had this in here. So I bought a bar of soap from the farmer's market, and it is patchouli scented. It is from Ranch Suds. It smells so good. I love patchouli. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. And I have been keeping this in this little mesh bag in my project, and now my project smells like it. So I love that for me, because I get to smell it every time I open the bag. So I am working on a pattern by Garnmanufaktur. Yeah, and it is
the Illusion Bat Shawl, or the Bat Illusion Shawl. One of those. Do I not have a picture? It's just all words of the pattern. Let's see. I really thought I had a picture. There it is. So it is in a different language that I'm gonna butcher.
So it is this pattern here. I will have it linked to my Ravelry, but it is really neat because when you stare at it dead on, you don't see the picture of the bat, but when you turn it at an angle, you get to see the bat. Not that anybody's going to realize it's a bat when I'm wearing it, but it's something that I will know, and it will make me happy because it's frickin' bats. I love Halloween. So I am just about halfway done with this pattern. I think I have, no, not even halfway done. I have a page and a half of before I am, the instructions are all typed out per row, and I have been marking each row that I do, and I had to make myself some little notes here because I kept forgetting that the odd row was what that was, because it's not listed on here. They just list even rows, and then because this is a translation, they have different like abbreviated terms, like it says MF or HF, and I don't know what it stands for, but I just had to make myself some little notes so that when I pick it up I knew what it was talking about. And I am knitting this in, I want to say it's Hobie, and I'm probably not right. That's incorrect. I got yarn from Etsy. I remember now. It's my Melody, and it's at melodybywooltrum.etsy.com. So let's see, I will show you that. See there. And I'm gonna throw it on the floor. It is a cotton It's, see, it says My Melody, but it got cut off. And it is the cotton yarn that is not plied, you know. It's got the 4 strands of cotton that just run next to each other, and then they slowly change by changing, you know, one of those plies at a time until they eventually change the entire color of the skein. So this is kind of the color palette that I am working with here. I doubt that I will get all the way through to the dark orange. I don't know, I'm hoping so. This one is called Tequila Sunrise, and this one is called Black Magic Woman, and they are 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and it's pretty soft. So let me put that back in here and show you my progress. I don't think I have much progress since the last time I showed it to you. I've done a few rows, I changed a page, but it's the other project that I've been working on occasionally. So you see here we've got just purple and yellow, and then when we turn it to the side you can see the bat wing. So how cool is that? That's just done with, you know, a little bit of garter, a little bit of stockinette, and it just basically runs opposite. So that's how the illusion knitting works. So if you look here, where you don't want the picture with the dark color is stockinette on all of the rows, and where you do want the picture, it's garter, and then vice versa for the rest of it. So it's garter for this yellow, which would be the light color throughout, and then it is stockinette where the picture is, and that is what does the illusion. So you essentially, with changing it, a pattern like that, you could really make any image, like literally. It's just like a color work chart essentially, except for instead of, you know, just changing colors, you're changing the way you do the stitch. So that is how illusion knitting works. But it's kind of neat, like, you know, but when I'm wearing it, nobody's gonna see the bat, but I will know it's there, and I'm really hoping I do get to the orange, because otherwise this is kind of just looks, I don't know. I don't love yellow and purple together. I don't hate them, I just prefer orange and purple together. Probably should have started at the outside of the ball, but I didn't want the black and yellow next to each other, because then it would look like sports teams. Anyway, and that is living in this awesome bag. I love this bag. It's one of my favorites. It's like Batik Bats. And this has some pockets inside, and this got this cool pocket where you can stick your needles. Like I could stick my project needle in there to keep it from tumbling around. I don't remember who makes this bag. I want to say it's like Twilight something or other on Etsy. There's no tag on it, so I don't know. If I can find the old link for when I purchased it, I will put that down below. So that's all I've got for whips. Really, I mean, you know, I have all of my clear art whips, but these are the 2 that I'm working on right now. I'm really hoping to get the West Knit shawl done and off my needles. That would be super awesome. I am a little bit behind in my project for Just Add Color. It's been super busy. I thought I would be filming right now, but unfortunately I probably won't be filming for another week, which then it won't be up until probably around the beginning of September. I still do have a couple of skeins that I am expecting to get in. I thought that if I did it earlier, like during the summer, it would give people a chance to get their skeins to me, and then I would have a chance to film. But summer is so busy, and I underestimated that. So I don't know if I will do it earlier next year or if I will just give a longer time frame, like maybe May to September to get everybody's skein. But I just don't like to make everybody wait to get their skein back and like sit on, you know, their colorway for that long. I don't know. But that will probably be my next episode. So it won't be like a regular episode. It'll be the Just Add Color episode where I get to reveal all of the colors to you guys. I better put this back in my project before it goes missing. I am going on a little camping excursion on Labor Day weekend. It's just gonna be Bobby and I. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna go up to Diamond Lake and we're gonna camp out and also set up our tent because there's gonna be a vendor situation happening, so that's gonna be exciting. I don't know if it's gonna be really big because Diamond Lake is like up on the mountain in the middle of nowhere, but it is you know, a sought after camping place, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna treat it like a vacation, and if I sell yarn to somebody, then I sell yarn to somebody, and if not, I went on a vacation and I just happened to take my store with me. So it's win-win. Life has been really, really busy. I can't believe how fast the year has gone. How is it already almost September? I mean, I feel like once September hits, then it's already New Year's. Does anybody else feel like that? Like, I don't know. And then January and February kind of usually drag by, and then it just feels like the rest of the year is on like 2 times speed or something. I don't know. So I have a couple of new things in the shop. Most of them I do not have with me. I will pop in some pictures here. Let's see, we've got a couple of new colorways. And their names are escaping me. Let's see. Yep, nope. I don't know. It's gone out of my head. I can't remember what we showed you last. I know we dyed a color called Dragon Pear that is after, there's this lovely lemonade stand that we get to be next to on a couple of the markets that we're at. And it's like fresh made lemonade. Like they literally mash up the lemons right in front of you, and then, you know, put the ice, and they put a little bit of simple syrup in there, and then like you can choose a flavor. And I usually get dragon fruit and desert pear, and it's so delicious, and it makes my drink purple. I will have a little clip in here of the picture of my drink and then the yarn that we dyed inspired by that. And it's on sparkle base because the sparkle's like the ice in the cup. I don't know. I'm silly. But it just makes me happy. And it's a very lovely, lovely shade of pinky purple. We also have some Sasquatch yarn that we dyed for the Sasquatch festival that we did. That is a lovely, luscious brown. I don't remember if I showed it last time, but I will have pictures of that in here, and it pairs rather nicely with cherry blossom as well as tiramisu. Just lovely, lovely browns. There are still a few skeins of Halloween camo in the store if you would like to get those for Halloween. They knit up wonderfully. I should be able to have pictures of that. And then the other thing is I have made some ball socks for the shop. I have decided that I'm no longer going to be offering individual colors, like you pick which one you want. Ball socks are going to be random. It for the price that I charge for them, which is not very much, and the quality of yarn that they are, which is I usually make the ball socks out of like the indie dyed leftover yarns from my personal stash. Occasionally I will do them out of like the JaWoll, but that is also my personal stash, making socks for myself. And the amount of time that goes into it and the amount of time that goes into taking individual pictures of each one, it's either raise the price to offer individual ones, or just let it be a random thing. So if you order a ball sock, I pick a random one and mail it to you, which seems like the better option to me, so that I don't have to raise the price, because everything these days is the price is just going up on everything. I've noticed it across the board, which I'm sure you all have. So these will be available in the shop, and you can feel free to say, hey, if you have a purple one, I'd love a purple, and I will do my best to give you a purple one. But if I don't, maybe you'll end up with, you know, say a blue one, because the purples are all gone. So you can request in that aspect, but really it's down to just whatever I grab when I pull them out of the drawer. So if you do not know what ball socks are a little yarn cozy that goes around your skein of yarn. So you put your cake in there, and you can fold it down like so, and you just pull your yarn out of there. It keeps everything nice and tidy to where it doesn't tangle in your bag. And let's see, I think I have one in here that, see this one? And it just gets smaller and smaller as your cake gets smaller, and it just keeps everything nice and tidy. And it doesn't tangle, it doesn't, it makes you have less yarn barf, because there's putting tension on the cake, and it is essentially a 1x1 rib little sock for your yarn. So those will be available. I will update that listing before this episode goes up. And we have a couple of yarn bowl skulls left in the shop, and then I am going to put so our 3D printer is right here. You can see it right here, and I have it off right now, but I have been making little random things like little spiders and ghosts, and I'm gonna start printing a couple more cauldrons and maybe a jack-o'-lantern if I can get that file to do what I want it to. But so keep an eye out for those. The ghosts, I will have a picture popped in here. They're glow in the dark. They're just really cute decorations. They're nonsense. They have nothing to do with yarn at all. Although I did think that I could maybe, like, I don't know, put the ghost over top of a little bit of yarn and pull the yarn out of the eye to keep it from falling off the floor. Anyway, falling onto the floor. It's just, they're just random nonsense. They're just decorations. If you would like one, please feel free to pop on over to TheKnottyKnittress.com and snag one. They're just cute decorations. Yeah, so that's about all I have today. Just trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. I don't think so. So until the next time, take life one stitch at a time, because that is all you can do.